Ranked matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Canes will kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Guys, this is a team that struggled mightily last year, and the entire offseason was built around performing better in ACC play.
Well, they just didn't have the dudes to get it done last year. Didn't have enough talent. But they're a year older. They've gone to the transfer portal. They've done a good job recruiting from the high school ranks. And, David, they think this year they've got the guys they need to win more games in ACC play.
Hey, Coach Palmer, you sound like every coach in the country, right?
He's got it down the left side. He's loose. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Pringle. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. It's Beck. Throws to the tight end. Snagged on the outside. It's Bauman. Across the 40, out of bounds, down to 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the first pick of the NFL draft. 2024 was a bit more up and down. They need him to play well each and every week. He's playing, remember, behind Cam Ward. He's got a very, very big shoes to fill, but no doubt he is the key for Miami's success.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The Hurricanes will hustle to the line. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go!
From the shotgun, the inside give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Throws for the tight end. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
How about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Hurricanes will try to pick it up on 4th down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back at the 30. He's at the... and it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Pringle. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Using his legs, it's Fletcher. Oh, he's got some space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Just moving those chains. Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
Back to pass, it's Beck. He slings it deep to the left. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to get behind the defense. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
So now it's second and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a space. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20.
6-9-1, Gators score. Jackrabbit. Razor. Where you go?
They think there's room to run to the right here. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
To throw, it's Beck. Here's a heat. They get to him as he throws. He's got it. And they swarm him under. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 3rd. score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed.
Turning it on! And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. To the air, it's Morton. Throws to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Oh, what a cut! The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
And the Red Raiders are flying down the field. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Fires to the right. Complete on the comeback. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
The Red Raiders will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the ground, it's Joyner. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And the Red Raiders have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Calls his own number. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
This is like like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Scanning the field, it's Beck. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Daniels. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do the
pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started.
Texas Tech, 21, Miami, 7.
So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do.
There he goes. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you can tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Fires to the tight end. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny. You spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air. It's Morton. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covered. But not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Breaks into the open. Got the first down and more. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
35, Miami, 14.
And here's the return. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Back to throw. It's Beck. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Right on the money. Oh, he's got some space. Made a defender miss. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Might be changing the route. He wants to throw it again. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the right. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Morton. Caught over the middle, it's Carter. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Nice catch by the big tight end. Nice job holding on to the football, getting the 1st down. But I tell you what, I love the physicality by the defense. I love how they're making him pay every time he catches the football. Later on, he might be less likely to want to reach his arms out there and try to catch that thing.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Now on 2nd down. Corners are walked up tight. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown, Red Raiders! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Man, that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Florida State took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2013 Seminoles team led by Jameis Winston, Devontae Freeman, and Kelvin Benjamin would just steamroll teams. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bauman.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
The Canes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's back. Here comes the heat. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. And the Canes want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. With the catch, it's Fletcher. Tripped up for the tackle. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They want to run it left here. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
That is a costly penalty on this defense. Now they're dealing with a 2nd and 2. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
The Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. To the air. It's back. Punts it out of the air. Touchdown, Miami! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally scored. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
And he added the extra point. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Direct snap. It's Joyner. Under fire. Caught close to the marker. It's Morton. He's loose. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Red Raiders. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board.
Miami, 21.
He'll bring it out. It's Pringle. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Going to the running game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Brings up second down.
On the run, it's Fletcher. And after that short gain, they'll head to the locker room. It's halftime here. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Red Raiders will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Pringle. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
It's caught into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Connection to the right. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Rushes on him. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Hand off from the shotgun. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. And the Hurricanes trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricane. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I mean, sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
They'll line up to go for two. Looking to throw, it's back to the end zone, and it's picked off.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll take it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And I get why this offense is aggressive. They've been doing what they wanted, right? And they built this huge lead, but they can't get careless. Like, don't make those mistakes that might get this defense back in the football game.
Dropping back, it's Morton. Looking left. A strike downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Wants to go up top on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run, and this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback will keep it. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He leaves it with his back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Pringle. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The offense changing the play. Back to pass, it's Beck. Quick spin on the run. Continues to fight for yards. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The offense lining up for a first down play. To the air on first down. He's taking the shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back-to-back-to-back, almost throws a pick.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Complete downfield. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to keep it in the air. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And it's not a surprise who they're throwing the ball down the field to. I mean, he's already had a great day. They're going to feature him because he makes plays over and over again. And then trying to take another shot to him down the field. If I'm the defense, man, I'm focusing on that guy. He's made too many big plays today.
That's caught. It's Fletcher. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line. And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Pulls it in. It's Fletcher. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. The Hurricanes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He might want another play. Back to throw. It's Beck. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field. When I run that post route, QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. Takes a handoff. It's Joyner. Turning it on. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen.
56, Miami, 34.
So 1st down will open up the final period. Looking to throw on 1st down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Fires left. Got his man downfield.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
Back to throw. It's Morton. Bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Buys a little time. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Got it in the middle. It's Joyner. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knock him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
Man, what a missed opportunity for this offense. They had a chance to get points. Now they turn the football over. But if I'm this defense, I'm ready to roll. I got them in the black zone. They got to go the length of the field, see if I can go make something happen and get this ball back to my offense.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Still on his feet at the 25. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Canes are in the hurry-up.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's back. Shoots it to the left. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Daniels. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
This defense giving up. He's finally knocked down at the 26.
Let's not overcomplicate things. My guy is better than all of your guys. No matter how I give it to him, I'm going to keep feeding. That's over 150 yards now. What a day for this wide receiver.
Moves. 691, Gators score. From the gun. Give on the inside.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Making side adjustments here. Dropping back, it's back. Still looking, on the move. Throw to the end zone, it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? Didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, you're doing a great job. Just keep your head up. Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Daniels. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
You want to talk about versatility at the linebacker spot, and this guy is it. He had 2 interceptions in his last game. That's his first pick in this one. He's good stopping the run. He can go sideline to sideline. He can blitz. He can spy. And, man, he is really good in coverage.
I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Defense in press coverage. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
But listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking downfield, it's Beck. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
And the Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Powers through the defender. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Canes headed quickly to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Under fire. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback. Get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
The throw. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
Offense facing 4th down.
Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Pocket breaking down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.